A Short Walk in the Hindu Kush is a 1958 book by the English travel writer Eric Newby. It is an autobiographical account of his adventures in the Hindu Kush, around the Nuristan mountains of Afghanistan, ostensibly to make the first mountaineering ascent of Mir Samir. Critics have found it comic, intensely English, and understated. It has sold over 500,000 copies in paperback. The action in the book moves from Newby's life in the fashion business in London to Afghanistan. On the way, Newby describes his very brief training in mountaineering in North Wales, a stop in Istanbul, and a nearly disastrous drive across Turkey and Persia. They are driven out to the Panjshir Valley, where they begin their walk, with many small hardships described in a humorous narrative, supported by genuine history of Nuristan and brief descriptions of the rare moments of beauty along the way. Disagreements with Newby's Persian-speaking companion Hugh Carless, and odd phrases in an antique grammar book, are exploited to comic effect. The book has been reprinted many times, in at least 16 English versions and in Spanish, Chinese and German editions. While some critics, and Newby himself, have considered Newby's Love and War in the Apennines a better book, A Short Walk was the book that made him well known, and critics agree that it is very funny in an old-school British way. In 1956, at the age of 36, Eric Newby ended his London career in fashion and decided impulsively to travel to a remote corner of Afghanistan where no Englishman had ventured for 60 years. He sent a telegraph to his friend the diplomat Hugh Carless, then due to take up his position as first secretary in Tehran later that year, requesting he accompany him on an expedition to northern Afghanistan. They were poorly prepared and inexperienced, but Newby and Carless vowed to attempt Mir Samir, a glacial and then unclimbed 20,000-foot peak in the Hindu Kush. Preface. Page preface by the novelist Evelyn Waugh recommends the book, remarking on its idiomatic, uncalculated manner, and that the beguiling narrative is intensely English. He hopes that Newby is not the last of a whimsical tradition. He explains that Newby is not the other English writer of the same name and confesses or pretends that he began to read it thinking that it was the other man's work. He sketches out the deliciously funny account of Newby selling women's clothes, and the call of the wild. He admits it is an absurdly trite phrase that led him to the Hindu Kush. Waugh ends by advising the dear reader to fall to and enjoy this characteristic artifact. Structure. The book is narrated in the first person by Newby. Newby begins with an anecdotal description of his frustration with life in the fashion business in London, and how he came to leave it. He tells how he and his friend Carless receive brief training in mountaineering technique, on boulders and small cliffs in North Wales. The inn's waitresses are expert climbers. They take Newby and Carless up a difficult climbing route, Ivy Sepulchre a Ondinas Cromlech. Newby drives to Istanbul with his wife, Wanda. Meeting Carless, they drive across Turkey to Persia, present-day Iran. They break to an emergency stop on the road, just short of a dying nomad, and with difficulty convince the police they did not cause the death. Wanda returns home and the men cross Persia and Afghanistan, driving 5,000 miles 8,000 kilometers in a month, through Herat to Kandahar and Kabul. There are comic touches, as when, the proprietor Abdul, a broken-toothed demon of a man, conceived a violent passion for Hugh. Newby and Carless try to acclimatize to the altitude with a practice walk. They visit the foreign ministry, hire an Afghan cook, and buy a very short list of supplies. Newby describes the geography of Nuristan, walled in on every side by the most formidable mountains, and a little history, with the legend of descent from Alexander the Great, the British imperial adventures, and pre-war German expeditions. They are driven out from Kabul to the Panjshir Valley by a servant from the embassy. They stay in a tall mud house in a place with mulberry trees, vines and willows by a river. Hugh puts the dinner guests to sleep with a complicated story, about an anaconda killing a horse. Newby and Carless take on 3, very small, horses and their horse drivers. The cook has to return to Kabul. Despite having horses, they decide to carry 40-pound, 20-kilogram packs, to toughen ourselves up. 16. Walking in the heat causes the local people to insult them, and makes their drivers angry, which does not make negotiating their pay any easier. Trying to find their feet, they push themselves hard, and get upset stomachs and blisters. They find a man, with his skull smashed to pulp. The head driver suggests they should leave the place immediately. 2 lammergeiers, carrion feeders, circle overhead. Newby describes how he and Carless become tired of each other's company, and of the food they have brought. They come to a ruinous summer pasture village, and eat local food, boiled milk, the yellow crust that forms on cream. and fresh bread. They catch sight of their goal, Mir Samir in the Hindu Kush mountains. They find tracks of ibex and wolf. A local guide catches a snowcock by running after it. Newby and Carlos arrive at the west wall of the mountain, wondering what they have let themselves in for. They walk up the glacier wearing new crampons, probing for crevasses with their ice axes. They cross the bergsgrund and climb a little on rock. Carlos suggests abseiling 200 feet 60 meters to the next glacier, a place where they would have been trapped. Wisely, they return to their base camp and try again the next morning, again finding their way blocked. They wish the climbing waitresses from Wales were with them. They find an injured boy dressed in a goatskin to draw the poison from his wounds. Newby has to eat the tail of a fat-tailed sheep. They are escorted up the Shamar Valley by a greedy albino. Newby tries to learn a little of the Bashguli language from a 1901 Indian Staff Corps grammar, which contains an absurd selection of phrases. The book exploits some of these to comic effect. 18th. The next day they attempt to climb the East Ridge in hot weather. The rock is gritty with sharp flakes of mica. They pretend to be Damon Runyon characters to cheer themselves up. 19th. They get better at roped climbing and reach 18,000 feet before returning for the night, assuring themselves they could succeed if they start earlier and try a different route. They pass a bitterly cold night below a cliff where rocks continually fall. There is a thunderstorm. They eat pea soup, tinned apple pudding, and jam straight from the tin, and try to sleep. The next day they try to ascend a 70-degree ice slope, reaching the ridge after 5 hours, not the 2 they had estimated. At 19,100 feet they have a tremendous view of the Hindu Kush, the Anjuman Pass, Tiraj Mir, and the mountains that border Pakistan. Chows croak above them. They are only 700 feet below the summit, but 4 hours away, so once again they turn back. 20. They return to camp at 9 p.m. after climbing for 17 hours. Carlos makes an impressive speech in Persian to convince the drivers to continue into Nuristan. They climb an indistinct track to the pass. They descend into Nuristan. It grows hot. Men run to meet them. They are told they are the first Europeans ever to cross the pass. Newby does not believe this and are given ice-cold milk to drink. They make camp in a loop of the river to reduce the risk of being murdered in the night. They are visited by 2 evil-looking men with an ancient Martini Henry rifle, riding a horse. In the morning they try out the Bashguli grammar on Aman. He understands, but speaks a different dialect. Their guide does not let them camp in a grove of mulberry trees full of girls and young women, but chooses a dirty place under a cliff. They undress to wash in the river, discovering how thin they have become. An audience gathers to watch them get up and cook. They reach Kushal, where the headman gives them apricots and tells tales of the old days. They admire the antique rifles of many kinds that the men have. A mullah forbids them to go to a funeral where a bullock is to be slaughtered, in a holiday atmosphere. Instead, they sit under a walnut tree beside a river, with kingfishers, butterflies, hummingbird hawkmoths, and a woodpecker drilling. Newby shakes hands with 2 lepers. They all have dysentery. Newby negotiates the price of a complete male Nuristani costume. Walking down from the village of Lustagam they pass hand-made irrigation canals of hollowed-out halved tree trunks on stone pillars. They are shown a rock, the Sang Nevshta, with an inscription in Kufic script, supposedly recording the Emperor Timur Leng's visit in 1398 AD. The country becomes lusher, with both ordinary mulberries and the king mulberry, plums, sloes and soft apples. They cross a wooded country with watermills, wild raspberries and buttercups. They climb back through rougher country to Gadval, a village on a cliff, with picturesque privies over the streams. At Lake Munjal a mullah swims the horse with Newby's camera and all their film and other possessions across the river. The headman shows a scar inflicted on him in deep snow by a black bear. Newby and Carlos climb 2,000 feet out of the valley to reach Arayu village. At Warna they rest by a waterfall with mulberry trees. They walk on, Newby dreaming of cool drinks and hot baths. They struggle on over a high cold pass. The last village of Nuristan, a Shigar, is peopled by Rajputs who claim to come from Arabia. They reach the top of the Arayu Pass and cheerfully descend on the far side. They meet the explorer and author of Arabian Sands, Wilfred the Zyger, who is disgusted by their air beds and calls them a couple of pansies. A Short Walk in the Hindu Kush is a travel memoir written by Eric Newby. It was first published in 1958 and has since become a classic in the travel literature genre. The book recounts Newby's journey to the Hindu Kush mountain range in northeastern Afghanistan with his friend Hugh Carlos. Here's a brief overview. Plot summary. Setting. The story is set in the late 1950s when the Hindu Kush region was relatively unexplored by Western travelers. Main characters. Eric Newby, the author and adventurer. Hugh Carlos, Newby's friend and travel companion. Synopsis. Inspiration. The book begins with Newby, an English fashion industry worker, deciding to embark on an adventurous journey. Inspired by a photograph of the Hindu Kush, he and his friend Carlos plan to explore the remote and rugged region. Preparation. Newby and Carlos, both inexperienced in mountaineering, start their journey with minimal preparation. They receive advice from seasoned travelers and mountaineers. Journey to Afghanistan. The narrative follows their travels to Afghanistan, where they face various challenges, including bureaucratic hurdles, language barriers, and transportation difficulties. Local encounters. The travelers interact with the local Afghan people, experiencing their hospitality and learning about the customs and traditions of the region. Mountain ascent. Newby and Carlos attempt to climb Mir Samir, a peak in the Hindu Kush. Their lack of proper climbing equipment and experience adds humor and tension to the narrative. Humorous and adventurous episodes. The book is known for its humor and the recounting of various misadventures, such as encounters with local wildlife, difficulties with their guides, and the challenges of navigating the mountainous terrain. Reflection and conclusion. The memoir reflects on the transformative nature of the journey, the beauty of the landscape, and the personal growth experienced by the author. The book concludes with Newby and Carlos returning home. Themes. Adventure and exploration. The book is a testament to the spirit of adventure and the human desire to explore unknown territories. Humor and wit. Newby's writing style is characterized by humor, and the book is filled with amusing anecdotes and observations. Cultural exchange. The narrative highlights the cultural exchange between the Western travelers and the local Afghan people, emphasizing the richness of human connections. Nature and landscape. The descriptions of the Hindu Kush's stunning landscapes contribute to the book's sense of place. A Short Walk in the Hindu Kush is celebrated for its humor, vivid storytelling, and its portrayal of a journey that combines adventure with cultural exploration. It remains a beloved classic in the travel literature genre. A Short Walk in the Hindu Kush, by Eric Newby, is a travel memoir that recounts the author's adventurous journey to the Hindu Kush mountain range in northeastern Afghanistan. Published in 1958, the book has become a classic in travel literature, known for its humor, vivid storytelling, and exploration of a region relatively unknown to Western travelers at the time. Summary. 1. Inspiration and preparation. Eric Newby, a British fashion industry worker, decides to embark on an adventurous journey after being inspired by a photograph of the Hindu Kush. With his friend Hugh Carlos, they plan the expedition to the remote and rugged Hindu Kush region. 2. Journey to Afghanistan. Newby and Carlos face numerous challenges as they travel to Afghanistan, including bureaucratic obstacles, language barriers, and transportation difficulties. 3. Local encounters. The narrative showcases interactions with the local Afghan people, providing insights into their hospitality, customs, and traditions. 4. Mountain ascent. Despite their lack of proper climbing equipment and experience, Newby and Carlos attempt to climb Mir Samir, a peak in the Hindu Kush. Humorous and tense situations arise during their ascent, adding to the narrative's charm. 5. Humorous and adventurous episodes. The book is filled with amusing anecdotes and misadventures, including encounters with local wildlife, difficulties with guides, and the challenges of navigating the mountainous terrain. 6. Reflection and conclusion. The memoir reflects on the transformative nature of the journey, the beauty of the landscape, and the personal growth experienced by the author. The narrative concludes with Newby and Carlos returning home, having completed their challenging and memorable expedition. Themes. Adventure and exploration. The book explores the human spirit of adventure and the desire to explore unknown territories. Humor and wit. Newby's writing is characterized by humor, contributing to the entertaining nature of the memoir. Cultural exchange. The narrative emphasizes the cultural exchange between the Western travelers and the local Afghan people, highlighting the richness of human connections. Nature and landscape. Descriptions of the Hindu Kush's stunning landscapes contribute to the book's sense of place and adventure. Impact and legacy. Classic travel literature. A Short Walk in the Hindu Kush is regarded as a classic in the travel literature genre. Influence on adventure writing. The book has influenced subsequent generations of adventure writers, inspiring them to combine exploration with humor and personal reflection. Celebration of the human spirit. The memoir resonates as a celebration of the indomitable human spirit in the face of challenges and the unknown. A Short Walk in the Hindu Kush remains a beloved and influential work that continues to captivate readers with its blend of adventure, humor, and cultural exploration. Literary analysis of A Short Walk in the Hindu Kush by Eric Newby. 1. Genre and style. Genre: travel memoir. Style: Newby's writing style is characterized by a humorous and self-deprecating tone. He combines adventure with wit, making the narrative engaging and entertaining. 2. Themes: adventure and exploration. The primary theme revolves around the spirit of adventure and the exploration of unfamiliar and challenging territories. Humor and wit. Newby infuses humor into the narrative, using wit to recount misadventures and challenges, making the story relatable and entertaining. Cultural exchange. The book explores the interactions between Western travelers and local Afghan people, emphasizing the enriching nature of cross-cultural experiences. Nature and landscape. Descriptions of the Hindu Kush's landscapes contribute to the sense of place, making nature an integral part of the narrative. 3. Characterization. Eric Newby. The author is not portrayed as a flawless adventurer but rather as a relatable and humorous individual facing challenges with resilience and good humor. Hugh Carless. Newby's friend and travel companion, Carless's character adds depth to the narrative, and their camaraderie is a key element of the story. 4. Narrative structure. Chronological. The narrative follows a chronological structure, detailing the journey from inspiration to the conclusion of the expedition. Episodic. The memoir is episodic in nature, with each chapter recounting a specific adventure or encounter during the journey. 5. Symbolism and imagery. Hindu Kush Mountains. The mountains symbolize the challenges and beauty of the journey. The vivid imagery creates a strong mental picture for the reader. Local encounters. Interactions with Afghan locals symbolize cultural exchange and human connection. 6. Humor and irony. Self-deprecating humor. Newby's ability to laugh at his own inexperience and challenges adds a layer of relatable humor. Irony. The contrast between the adventurers' lack of preparation and the monumental task they set out to accomplish creates ironic situations that contribute to the humor. 7. Cultural and historical context. 1950s Afghanistan. The book provides insights into Afghanistan's culture and society during a particular historical period, adding cultural and historical context to the narrative. 8. Impact and legacy. Influence on travel writing. A Short Walk in the Hindu Kush has left a lasting impact on the travel writing genre, inspiring subsequent authors to blend adventure with humor and personal reflection. Enduring appeal. The book's enduring popularity can be attributed to its timeless themes, relatable characters, and the universal allure of adventure. 9. Critical reception. The book received positive reviews for its engaging narrative, humor, and the unique blend of adventure and personal reflection. Critics praised Newby's writing style and the book's contribution to the travel literature canon. Conclusion. A Short Walk in the Hindu Kush is a captivating travel memoir that goes beyond a mere account of physical exploration. Through humor, wit, and rich storytelling, Eric Newby transforms a challenging journey into an entertaining and thought-provoking narrative. The book's enduring legacy lies in its ability to inspire readers to embrace adventure. Adventure and exploration. Example: Newby and Carless embark on a journey to the remote Hindu Kush Mountains, facing challenges like bureaucratic obstacles, language barriers, and attempting to climb Mir Samir. 2. Humor and wit. Example: Newby's self-deprecating humor is evident when he describes the challenges of climbing a mountain with minimal preparation, using wit to recount misadventures and difficulties. 3. Cultural exchange. Example: interactions with Afghan locals, sharing moments of hospitality and learning about their customs, highlight the theme of cultural exchange. 4. Nature and landscape. Example: vivid descriptions of the stunning landscapes of the Hindu Kush contribute to the sense of place, making nature an integral part of the narrative. 5. Resilience and perseverance. Example: despite facing numerous challenges, including physical exhaustion and difficulties with climbing, Newby and Carless demonstrate resilience by pushing forward with their journey. 6. Friendship and camaraderie. Example: the camaraderie between Newby and Carless is a central theme, evident in their shared experiences, mutual support, and the challenges they overcome together. 7. Self-discovery. Example: The journey becomes a catalyst for personal growth, self-discovery, and reflection for Newby as he navigates the physical and mental challenges of the expedition. 8. Cross-cultural understanding. Example. The book explores the nuances of cultural differences and similarities through the interactions between the Western travelers and the local Afghan people. 9. Irony and contrasts. Example. The irony of attempting a challenging mountain climb with minimal preparation adds a layer of humor to the narrative, contrasting the adventurers' lack of experience with the magnitude of their undertaking. 10. Historical context. Example. The book provides insights into the cultural and historical context of 1950s Afghanistan, offering readers a glimpse into a specific period in the country's history. 11. Individual versus nature. Example. The adventurers' struggle against the harsh and unpredictable conditions of the Hindu Kush mountains reflects the theme of the individual's confrontation with the forces of nature. 12. Spirit of curiosity. Example. The decision to undertake the journey is fueled by the spirit of curiosity and a desire to explore the unknown, showcasing the theme of intellectual and adventurous curiosity. 13. Challenges and triumphs. Example. The narrative is filled with challenges, but each obstacle is also an opportunity for triumph, reflecting the theme of overcoming adversity and celebrating victories. 14. Legacy and enduring impact. Example. The enduring popularity of the book and its influence on subsequent travel writers illustrate the theme of leaving a lasting legacy through one's experiences and storytelling. Challenges and triumphs. Example. The narrative is filled with challenges, but each obstacle is also an opportunity for triumph, reflecting the theme of overcoming adversity and celebrating victories. 14. Legacy and enduring impact. Example. The enduring popularity of the book and its influence on subsequent travel writers illustrate the theme of leaving a lasting legacy through one's experiences and storytelling. User. Examine. ChatGPT. Certainly. Let's delve deeper into the examination of A Short Walk in the Hindu Kush, by Eric Newby, considering various aspects of the book. 1. Narrative style. Humor and wit. Newby's use of humor and wit is a defining feature. The self-deprecating tone adds levity to the narrative, making the challenges faced during the journey more relatable and entertaining. Descriptive language. Vivid descriptions of landscapes, people, and events contribute to a rich and immersive reading experience, allowing readers to visualize the environments and cultures encountered. 2. Characterization. Eric Newby. The author's character is candidly portrayed, emphasizing his vulnerabilities, lack of experience, and resilience. This adds authenticity and makes him a relatable protagonist. Hugh Carlos. Carlos complements Newby's character, and their camaraderie is a crucial element. The dynamics between the two characters contribute to the book's charm. 3. Themes. Adventure and exploration. The theme of adventure is central, as the narrative unfolds the journey from inspiration to the actual trek in the Hindu Kush. The exploration of unknown territories is both physical and personal. Cultural exchange. The theme of cultural exchange is exemplified through encounters with local Afghan people. It showcases a mutual sharing of experiences, emphasizing the interconnectedness of humanity. 4. Impact and legacy. Influence on travel writing. The book has left a lasting impact on the travel literature genre. Its humorous approach to adventure has influenced subsequent writers, encouraging a more personal and engaging style. Enduring popularity. The enduring popularity of the book can be attributed to its timeless themes, relatable characters, and the universal appeal of adventure, making it a classic in travel literature. 5. Literary techniques. Episodic structure. The narrative is structured episodically, with each chapter recounting a specific adventure or encounter. This approach keeps the reader engaged and contributes to the sense of unpredictability. Symbolism. The Hindu Kush mountains serve as a symbol of both challenge and beauty. They represent the physical and metaphorical peaks that individuals aspire to conquer. 6. Cultural and historical context. 1950s Afghanistan. The book provides a snapshot of Afghanistan in the 1950s, offering cultural and historical context. It becomes a historical document of sorts, capturing a specific period. 7. Human connections. Friendship and camaraderie. The theme of friendship is prominent, emphasizing how shared experiences create strong bonds. The interactions with locals also highlight the universal aspects of human connection. 8. Challenges and triumphs. Adversity and growth. The narrative portrays challenges not just as obstacles but as opportunities for personal growth. Each triumph over adversity becomes a defining moment in the journey. 9. Reader engagement. Relatability. Newby's relatable portrayal and the universal themes of adventure and self-discovery make the book accessible to a broad audience. Page-turning nature. The episodic structure, humor, and a mix of challenges and triumphs keep readers engaged, eager to discover the outcome of each leg of the journey. 10. Conclusion. A Short Walk in the Hindu Kush stands out for its unique blend of adventure, humor, and cultural exploration. Newby's narrative style and the enduring relevance of its themes contribute to its status as a beloved classic in the travel literature canon. The book not only documents a physical journey but also captures the essence of the human spirit in the face of the unknown. Narrative impact. Readability. The book's engaging and accessible narrative style makes it appealing to a wide audience. Newby's storytelling ability keeps readers invested in the journey. Emotional resonance. The narrative goes beyond the surface level of adventure, evoking a range of emotions from readers from amusement at the humorous episodes to empathy for the challenges faced. 12. Philosophical underpinnings. Life's journey is an adventure. The journey in the Hindu Kush becomes a metaphor for life's journey, where the challenges and experiences shape one's character and perspective. Balance of risk and reward. The narrative explores the delicate balance between taking risks for adventure and the potential rewards, emphasizing the value of the journey itself. 13. Travelogue as a cultural lens. Cultural sensitivity. Newby's observations reflect a genuine attempt to understand and respect the local culture, providing readers with a nuanced view of Afghanistan during that period. Cross-cultural learning. The book serves as a lens through which readers can learn about the customs, traditions, and hospitality of the Afghan people, promoting cross-cultural understanding. 14. Visual imagery and setting. Descriptive power. Newby's use of vivid descriptions creates a mental image of the landscapes, adding to the reader's sense of being present in the Hindu Kush. Setting as character. The setting of the Hindu Kush becomes a character in itself, influencing the narrative and contributing to the overall atmosphere of the book. 15. Historical significance. Snapshot of an era. The book provides a valuable snapshot of a specific era in Afghanistan's history, capturing the country's essence before geopolitical changes transformed the region. Cultural preservation. In documenting the local customs and ways of life, the book contributes to the preservation of cultural nuances that may have evolved or disappeared over time. 16. Relevance in modern context. Timeless themes. Despite being set in the 1950s, the book's themes of adventure, friendship, and cultural exploration remain relevant, transcending the boundaries of time. Global connectivity. In an era of increased global connectivity, the book's exploration of cross-cultural interactions resonates with contemporary readers interested in fostering understanding and connection. 17. Educational value. Learning through experience. The narrative offers lessons about the value of experiential learning, emphasizing that some of the most profound lessons come from stepping outside one's comfort zone. Inspiration for exploration. The book can serve as inspiration for those seeking to embark on their own journeys, encouraging a spirit of curiosity and exploration. 18. Legacy beyond the book. Influence on adventure travel. The legacy of the book extends beyond its pages, influencing how adventure travel is perceived and written about by subsequent generations of authors. Cultural impact. Through its impact on travel literature, the book has contributed to shaping perceptions of Afghanistan and its people in the broader cultural landscape. In conclusion, A Short Walk in the Hindu Kush is not only a captivating travel memoir but also a multifaceted work with enduring impact. It combines elements of adventure, humor, cultural exploration, and personal growth, making it a literary gem with layers of significance for readers across different contexts and time periods.